Okay, are we live? I think we might be live. It's rambling time, guys. What's up, everybody? Sorry I made you wait yet again. Only 7 minutes this time, so not my worst. But happy Tuesday. Glad I'm on here and glad there's already a few of you on here waiting. Pretty cool. So I am sorry for my inconsistency again. It's been a crazy couple of weeks and I'm excited to share everything I just got an update that I went live. Sorry, I'm going to turn that on. Don't bother me. Anyway, I'm going to try to power through this tonight. My voice is a little bit messed up. I just got back from the 8th annual all-girls cabin trip. It's a cabin trip that me and 9 of my friends that I made at my time. Hey, Auntie, that's my hat. 9 of the girls that I met at Hooters almost, like 13 years ago. We've been going on a cabin trip together for 8 years. Monty, that's my hat. Leave it alone. Go play. I have Monty in here with me, and he is getting more and more mischievous as he gets older. But anyway, if y'all are on here, say hey. I will shout you out and obviously say hello back. Glad y'all are here. Monty, go play. Or go lay down. It's past his bedtime too. If y'all were on here last time I went live and introduced him, he pretty much fell asleep in my lap. I'm gonna get him and say hello. Come here. Come here. He's giant now, by the way. Okay, well maybe I'll talk like this for a little while because last time he was pretty chill. This is Monty. He is my 4-month-old Bernese mountain dog. He is a bundle of joy and also a hellhound, all mixed into one. And we love him. But anyway, so yeah, we just got back from the 8th annual cabin trip. If you're gonna go down, you can't eat my hat. Go lay down. My hellhound. Tonight he's a hellhound, but he's really honestly a good boy. So 8th annual cabin trip. I survived. It was a heck of a weekend. Always is with those girls. They were actually absolutely crazy. Hey, I'm on the TV, JC. That's pretty cool. But yeah, so my voice has kind of gone from that because with cabin trip comes obviously quite a bit of alcohol and obviously quite a bit of yelling and singing. So I pulled 3 back-to-back 4 a.m. nights, and I'm getting too old for that. So hey, seriously though, stop eating my hat. Monty, lay down. I'm gonna kick him out of here if he eats my hat again. But yeah, so I'm here. I'm back. I picked this Tuesday night to come back because, it is about time. I was really sad that I missed the last Tuesday. It was Valentine's Day, and I was planning to spend the evening, the 10 a.m. and on evening with you all. But Monty actually got extremely sick, and we ended up, I thought we were gonna have to go to the emergency vet, but he ended up pulling through. So, he, as a lot of bigger puppies do, he ate his food too fast and then proceeded to be sick throughout the rest of the night. So yeah, now we got one of those kibble things that makes him slow down. The first time he used the kibble thing, which is like 2 days after, because Amazon's great. It took him like an hour to figure out how to eat his food, which is pretty funny. Also, I'm going to go ahead and address this before anyone asks me what I'm watching. I am trying to redeem myself since last time I got caught watching some trashy real estate show. I have something better on TV tonight, which I'm actually going to have to go back and rewatch because I actually want to watch the show. But yeah, anyway, not a trashy real estate show. It's a World War II show. And yeah, no one's going to call me out tonight. I'm not going to be embarrassed. But at least last time, apparently, they sold the house. So pretty cool. Hey, Josh, what's up? Glad you're on here. But yeah, so trying to save my voice for the evening. I have like a tea that's supposed to help with that. And also not too much caffeine, so I don't stay up all night. But I don't even know where to start. So there's been quite a few things that have happened since the last time I hopped on here. We'll have a little bit of sad news and a little bit of good news. So I'll let y'all decide. Do you want the sad news first or the good news first? And then we'll get back to it. Yeah, I like a good World War II documentary. Can't talk tonight. I never can talk. Let's try this again. I do too, Colton. And this one, if y'all have seen the America in Color, I think this is supposed to be important World War II events in color. So I want to go back and watch this one too. Oh, Josh, you've seen the World War II in color? Cool. There's two of them, apparently on Netflix that I need to go watch. But I loved America in Color. I thought that was so cool, and that's also part of why I've got the Duck and Cover song stuck in my head, especially when we've had all these interesting sky events happening these last few weeks. Maybe it's time to roll that commercial back out so that our kids know how to survive. But I don't know. Yeah, definitely rambling tonight. Go ahead with the bad news and rip the Band-Aid off. Anybody else want to chime in on that? Or we can start with the bad news, but it might put a damper on the mood. So I don't know. I thought I heard my office door opening. Oh, it was my office door. I think my house is haunted. Creepy. Okay, so things that have happened in the last few weeks. Obviously last week I already mentioned. Did you get the newsletter from the ranch? I sent an email. I don't believe that. I don't believe I got any newsletter, but I've been really bad at checking my emails and my texts these last couple of weeks, like worse than I've ever been. So I can go back and look. Okay, sad news, sad news, sad news. Okay, we'll go with the sad news. So you all know that I have gun bunnies, correct? We have Bonnie and Dixie, and they have both been part of my life for over 7 years now. Well, it makes me sad. Dixie is a lone rabbit now because Bonnie has passed away. So I only have one gun bunny, and Easter will not be the same this year. And I will probably post tomorrow that she passed away. But she lived a very long life, and it's just sad. So we lost one of the crew members here. And I've got her goat gun up on the shelf over there. She always had the camouflage one. So yeah, rest in peace, Bonnie. We got her buried under her favorite tree. And that's my sad news. The saddest part of it, and I was going to have Dixie in here tonight, but her and Monty are still figuring each other out. She's just lonely now because they've obviously been together for 7 years. So I'm trying to decide if I want to try to introduce her to another bunny or if I want to just let her and Monty get used to each other. Because she is 7. She is social, but she's also 7. So I don't know like what her tolerancy would be to a new little bunny. Or a dog for that matter. So far, her and Monty have been really good together, though. But yeah, it's just sad. She looked very confused when we found out that Bonnie died. So, but she's gotten a lot more treats lately and a lot more attention. Yeah. Anyway, so that's my sad news. I've also been sad to like share it because I have rabbits, but I don't think. And I don't know if it's because I have rabbits or if it's because I look at rabbit videos online. I don't know a lot of other people that have rabbits, but I see a lot of people that have rabbits on the internet, probably because I watch them. So I don't want anyone to like discount that it was just a rabbit because I had her for 7 years. That's longer than some people have their animals. I don't know. I've been sad about it, but there are rabbits everywhere in my neighborhood. I see one every day. We have a lot of rabbits around here too, and I honestly love it. These were obviously indoor pets, but Bonnie was special too because she was supposed to be a wild rabbit, and she was actually found by one of my friends, and she had been ripped open by some sort of predator when she was like this big. She was so small, and I didn't think that she would make it. And they're honestly not supposed to live very long, especially in captivity, because they can, I guess, I don't know, worry themselves into a heart attack, I guess is the best way to describe it. But she, like I said, she lived 7 years and great life. And they both got to play with ducks last year. I had a adopted duck that I kept in the house. Hold on. My husband, if you watch this, please disregard everything I said. And you don't know that I kept a duck in the house for like a week, but I did. I may or may not have kept a duck in the house for like a week while my husband was out of town. But I cleaned it up, so he doesn't even know. Didn't even know. Oops. I'm telling all my secrets on here tonight. Anyway, it was really cute, and I have some pictures, but I have not posted them anywhere, obviously, because I didn't tell my husband that I kept a duck in the house. So, I also love seeing rabbits in the wild. I think that's where I started with this. And we have quite a few around here. The problem is we also have outdoor cats, though, and they like to sometimes bring a bunny by. So, yeah. Um, what else do we have? Poor Chad is gonna find duck turds. No, he's not gonna find duck turds because like I said, I clean things up. Um, and that was a year ago. It was like last May, I think, when I had the duck. But I do have some really adorable pictures of the duck in the rabbit's little tactical harnesses from Kilo Niner. So I do need to post those somewhere because they're pretty cool. But yeah, so that's the sad news though. I have a lone rabbit, and now I got to figure out what I'm gonna do. The hellhound has finally fallen asleep. What about y'all though? Do y'all have anything exciting to share? Also, do I have anybody from Georgia on here, or is it just me? Oh, I just realized this was not on live either. Goodness. Or at least the chat wasn't, so I wasn't seeing everything that was coming through. But yeah, okay, so I guess in other news, Newton County, Georgia. Hey, Georgia person. Okay, well, we'll address this now because I do need to make an announcement. And I should have probably done this a little bit earlier. I've been taking a little bit of a social media hiatus, and it's been nice. But I need to get back. I need to get back on it. So tomorrow, if y'all are not already signed up for Brownells' newsletters or don't follow them on some sort of social media, you probably should be, because you can get just about anything there and everything there, and usually there's a good sale, and if not, then I have discounts. But tomorrow is 2A Day, Second Amendment Day, 2/22, and we are celebrating. I looked at the map and I noticed that there was no local ranges in Georgia that were teamed up with them to celebrate. So I'm going to be at Autry's Armory tomorrow in Fayetteville, North Fayetteville, and I'm going to be there from 2 to 5 to celebrate 2A Day. The only way we know how to, right? American way. So we're going to be out there shooting and just talking to people. And I do have my eye on a certain gun there. I don't know. Hopefully they have it in. I'm fingers crossed for that. But yeah, I just wanted to let everybody know. So if anybody wants to come celebrate with me, please do. Feel so far away from all of you down here in Australia. Yeah, you are kind of far away, Josh. Kind of far away. Charlie, Dino, the Sinclair Dino brings back memories. Yeah, I never had a memory of a Sinclair dinosaur here, obviously, because we didn't have them in Georgia as far as I know. But it's pretty cool to go out west, or I think the first one when we were driving I ever saw was in Iowa, and then a bunch more after that. Actually, I lied. I saw one in Las Vegas first. And then I saw one in Iowa when we went on a road trip. Just resent the email. I will look for it as soon as we go off of here. Now we'll see what you're talking about. I cannot believe I just told a secret that I did not tell my husband on here. I'm probably going to have to tell him now. Or maybe I should just let him find out that I had a duck in the house for a week or so and see if he ever mentions it. I don't know. I'm 50-50 on that one. But yeah, so I don't know where to begin next. I'm excited for tomorrow. It's gonna be a good day. I think what we're gonna start off. Do they have senior discounts at Autry's? I don't know if they have a senior discount at Autry's. I know they have a Women's Day, which is also Wednesday. And I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this because I don't work there and I don't want to be volunteering things. Pretty sure women shoot free on Wednesdays at Autry's. So even better, we can celebrate 2A Day and women can shoot free. So if you're a fella and you have a lady in your life and you want to go to Autry's Armory tomorrow, she gets to shoot free. Well, like I said, don't quote me on that. Maybe I will look it up on their website am first. I do need to check that though, because I'm pretty sure they shoot free on Wednesdays. Max, if you tell him we're not friends anymore, I'll kick you off of lives. I'm just kidding. I'll enjoy having you here. But yeah, Charlie, I'm not sure about senior discounts, but we can find out. In other news, exciting news on my home front. Not that you can see in here because I am up in my office, but we just got floors in the entire downstairs yesterday, and I am so daggum excited about it because I had ugly. It was orange carpet by this point because of the Georgia red dirt. Our red clay was like in it, but the carpet was like almost 40 years old. I think it was original to the house, and I just got new carpet, and it's not ugly. Well, I did not get new carpet. I got new floors. And I'm so happy. It's like every time I walk downstairs right now, I don't know where I am because the floors look so new. I haven't even had it for, well, I've had it for 24 hours, obviously, but yeah, it's just completely wild. It's crazy what new floors will do to a house. My house looks bigger, it's brighter, and now I hate the kitchen even more than I did before. So that's the next project. I also am having trouble bringing myself to do any more painting because I still have paint in my hair from this last little bit. That was one of my 4 a.m. nights. So I did 2 4 a.m. nights on my girls trip, and I got home and I was up until 4 a.m. again, finishing painting all the trim because they were going to put down, when they did the flooring, the quarter round was going to be white. So I went ahead and like primed all of the trim around the entire bottom of the house. That way all I have to do is paint it now. But yeah, I'm just so tired of painting. I also ruined my favorite pants because I was too lazy to change out of them. And I was like, oh, it's just trim. I'm not going to mess it up. And famous last words, because I got paint all over my pants. Yep. Okay. Richard, hello from Kentucky. Glad you're on here. Max, I'm glad I threatened you. And Adam, oh yeah, Sinclair gas stations are all over Wisconsin and Minnesota. Cool. I have never been to Wisconsin or Minnesota. I don't believe. No, it was Nebraska I skipped. I think we missed both of them somehow when we did our trip out there. So I got a road trip again soon. I got things and stuff to plan. But yeah. So 288 tomorrow. Is anybody else celebrating in a different way, or do you want to share how you plan to celebrate? Tonight might be a short one because my voice is giving out on me, but yeah. Okay, so if we want to, I'm trying to decide if I'm wanting to ramble about things or if I'm wanting to rant about things, because I just thought about something to rant about. I also have a big week of maintenance things. I have to go to Toyota and get my truck looked at because I think there's a factory issue. Josiah, you're not telling him about the duck turds. There are no duck turds. Also, he's up here right now, so he can probably hear me talking about this. No more ducks. Stealth duck. It's actually almost duck and chicken season. We have chickens, we usually get more chickens every year, so we have chickens coming, and they should be here this week. And then we have our first batch of duck eggs in the incubator, which is exciting. And we've been doing other little maintenance things. We have some, oh no, what are they called? Carp, the big fish. Oh, Monty, do you want to go out? You hear Dad? Monty can hear my husband, so he's kind of like wanting to leave. But Charlie, I got the code from, sorry, back to the Toyota situation. Charlie, I got the code, but I don't remember what it was. And the place I went to is I've been going to them for a long time for other vehicles, and they're usually really straightforward. So they called me and told me that they couldn't read the code, that it was a factory code, and that's why they actually recommended me go to Toyota. So I'm not gonna get ripped off. If I feel like it's wrong, I'm just gonna leave. But we're getting hit with snow. Getting hit with snow right now. Actually, we got hit with snow on Friday when we went up to Blue Ridge. That's where we usually do the cabin trip. Blue Ridge, LJ, one of the mountainy areas around here. And we get there on Friday, and it goes from like pretty warm the day before to snowing right when we arrive, but not a lot, just like flurries. But it was still fun. Major snowstorm out here, so I don't think I can go anywhere. 15-minute work commute took 90 minutes. That's terrible. I would just stay home. Anyway, so back to what I was saying, duck season, chicken season, maintenance on everything else. We got some sterile carp to put in the pond because they live like they're obviously sterile, so they don't reproduce, and they live like 5 to 8 years, something like that. And it was about time. You could tell like the stuff was growing up that they usually eat. It was trying to get some new ones. So my dad went and picked some up last week, and he got six to start with. We're probably going to get six more. Um, he got six to start with, and he gets them back, and we're like letting them get acclimated to the water and let them sit in there for like 15 minutes so the temperature can get right because the water's colder obviously than a bag is probably. um and these are like 10-inch fish, so they're supposed to be big enough that like other stuff can't eat them, right? So we go to let them out, and my sister has a little bag she puts a phone in to be able to like record them swimming out of the bag. So I'm in charge of cutting the bag open and letting the fish swim out. And I get the knife and I like slice it open, and the first fish comes out, kind of looks both ways and just like moseys out. And the next one kind of did the same thing. And then the third one kind of like tumbled out. And then by the end of it, like I had to dump the last fish out of there because he was just not in any sort of motivated. He wasn't motivated at all to leave. So, hey, Monty, this is a good story if you want to listen. Anyway, so the last one goes out, and then they're all kind of just chilling, like right next to the bag, and they're like not moving. So my sister and I kind of like poke at them a little bit to get them to start swimming off, and they all kind of go over to the left to the same area, and there's one that's moseying slower, and we're like, all right, that's it. We let the fish go. They're gone, and we're good. Um, and the next thing we know, the angle I'm at, I can see like into the water pretty well. And this bass starts coming at one of the fish, and the fish is coming back towards us. And the bass gets the carp in the mouth, 10-inch carp, and jumps out of the water. And the fish is like flailing like this, gets back in the water, grabs him a different direction, and eats the 10-inch carp. So apparently, we need to go bass fishing in the pond because I had no idea that we had bass in our pond that could eat a 10-inch carp, but we do apparently. And I just look at my dad though, and he looks so defeated. Like I just drove 3 hours and paid $20 a pop for this fish, and they probably all got eaten. We sat there for another few minutes because that one was like really dramatic. And then I see another one. The carp got away on the second one at least, but comes swimming directly at us, and the fish came and got behind my leg and in between a root. I was like, all right, well, this is nuts. Circle of life, all right there. And then one was swimming across the top, like it was hiking itself over to the other side of the pond, and I hear the kingfisher because it was swimming at the top. You can kind of see it. I hear the kingfisher try to go get it, but the kingfisher, I'm pretty sure, is way too small to eat the 10-inch carp. But it was it was a lot. I feel kind of bad for those fish, but yeah, I told my dad next time let's just go ahead and get 10, and then maybe a couple of them will live. I honestly don't know if that bass actually, I mean, it looked like he sure ate the fish, but I don't know. Always start with the bad news. I don't think I don't think we should always start with the bad news, but at least we got that out of the way. And yeah, and then the circle of life also got our fish, but We also have 3 confirmed ducks bacon in the incubator right now, and then one that hasn't shown any life yet. But sometimes they cook a few days before anything sprouts. But it's pretty cool. I'll have to post those pictures. I used to share little videos because you can actually see like the heartbeat and you can see them moving around in there. Like it's really cool. I'll have to do that again because duck season I think is my favorite season. I love little ducklings. They're so interesting and entertaining. But yeah. Okay, so now we'll transition. I feel like I have actually more bad news than good news, or I don't even know if it's bad news or not, but it's annoying news. Okay, so I don't know how many of y'all know, but I also don't know if I've already shared this or not. I may have. Um, I am pretty accident prone. Like there are some things that happen to me that I don't know how. I just don't know. It makes sense because it's to me, but I don't know. So in November, my husband, neither of us are like super big hunters, but I grew up hunting with my dad. We would go out and usually just try to fill the freezer. So my husband obviously went with me to Africa and we went hunting out there, but he had never killed a deer here. So we went hunting in November. We were going to go out his first day out deer hunting. Like I said, I usually hunt with my dad. So anyway, I was taking him hunting in November. The day before, or no, was it the morning of? Oh, yeah. We were gonna we were gonna go hunting, evening hunting, first hunt. I'm totally telling the story terribly, but anyway, we're gonna continue on with it. I'm trying to read um, comments, but I get distracted easily, obviously. So we were gonna go hunting. It's the morning that we're gonna go, and we're like getting ready for the day. And my husband's like, "Hey, do you want any coffee?" And I'm like, yes, I want coffee, but I did it very exuberantly. So I throw my hands up in there and I was like, coffee, all excited. And we have something that hangs from our ceiling in our kitchen over top of a peninsula, and it holds all of our pots and pans. So I throw my hands up and I hit a pot, and the pot falls and it hits the bowl that we had just been eating out of, or he had been eating out of, lands on the bowl. The bowl is ceramic and explodes because of this pot. And a piece of ceramic bowl shoots down and like slices my Achilles. And I'm like, kind of just looking around, shocked, like, what the heck happened? And then I look down, I'm like, oh, I'm bleeding pretty good. So I like hobbled over to the kitchen chair. Well, what are you doing? I hobbled over to a kitchen chair and sat down, and he was like, are you hurt or injured? And I was like, I'm not really sure, but I'm bleeding pretty good. So he went off looking for a first aid kit. And I was like, okay, well, I'm bleeding really good. So I need to find a paper towel or something. So I tried to hobble over to get a paper towel. And that's when I realized, like, oh, I can't really walk right now. Like, I think my actual Achilles is messed up. Um, Stupid Achilles tendon. So so I get a paper towel and I'm obviously trying to clean that stuff up, but there's like blood all over my floor. And that's when we realized like we don't really have a first aid kit inside the house. Both of us have stuff in our trucks, but apparently we didn't have one in the house, so it was close enough. So we get all fixed up and go about the rest of the day. And it gets to be time to hunt. And I'm like, I don't want to mess up my husband's first hunt because my daggone foot's all messed up. So I wrapped it up really good and put it in a boot, and we went out and hunt because in my head, I'm thinking the first time I went out hunting, all we saw walking through the woods was a woman and her dog in a place that they weren't supposed to be. So I was thinking for sure his first day hunting, we're going to see nothing. Yeah. Well, that's not the case. We actually both ended up getting deer that day, and his dropped like perfect. And mine, it did the same thing, but it wasn't where we could like drive up and throw it in the truck. It was more of a, you're going to have to hike down there and drag a deer out. So I do all of that with my messed up Achilles, and I'm like, okay, this is not good. Like, I'm pretty sure it's probably bled through the bandage. And yeah, that was kind of the case. So fast forward, this was November. And again, the first time, how daggum lucky is this man? Because I think I probably went out with my dad like 12 times before I ever got a deer. Partly because really, I mean, we just didn't see anything, or we saw something, but it was too far away. Or one time, one walked up. We were hunting in a line, and one walked up behind my dad. But obviously, I can't shoot in the direction of my father, so yeah, just like a bunch of different hunting stories. But I'm just like, you don't understand how many times I've sat in the woods, how many hours we've sat in the woods and never seen anything or never been able to get a shot. And you just got he got a big, beautiful doe. I'm taking a little bit of credit because I was spotting for him. So I was like, wait, don't shoot that one. There's a really big one coming. So I take credit on spotting for him. But perfect shot, dropped the deer, didn't even move. There were like 12 other deer in the field with her too, prancing around like 12 minutes after he dropped the deer. So kind of interesting when you think about Bambi the movie and they make it really dramatic. These deer did not. These deer were literally like playing chase all around the deer that just dropped and didn't even notice that she was laying down. They didn't even ask her if she was okay. They were just like, "Oh yeah, let's keep going. I think I found some good. Oh, this smells good over here." Didn't even notice. So Disney got that one wrong. Disney got that one wrong. But forgot where I was going with that. Anyway, fast forward now, my Achilles is still messed up, and I think I actually need to go to the doctor. I'm stubborn, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sure it's fine." But yeah, it's. I tried to go to the gym today, and it hurts to walk. So thanks for your concern, Monty. This dog is so funny because he just makes like little grunting noises all the time. Hey, Pyrotechnic 56 or Pyrotech 56 is on here. I almost forgot it was Tuesday too, because yesterday was such a blur because we were getting our floors done. But it is Tuesday and I'm actually on here, guys. I'm so sorry that I've been inconsistent lately, but I'm here. What caliber he used? 308. Winchester silver tip. What do y'all use? And if any of y'all are hunters, what do y'all use to hunt with? Or what caliber specifically? But yeah, it was a really good day in the woods though, for us to both get deer. So a good first one. I'm glad I'm back too. I'm glad to be on here with y'all. I will shoot targets but won't hunt. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Whatever you like to do. I like a little bit of it all. So we've definitely been enjoying the deer meat. I have more recipes I need to try. I brought venison with me to the girls trip and I wasn't sure if they were going to eat it. But we pretty much ate all of it, which was pretty cool. So we always have like a taco night first. And then this year we went out and went to downtown Blue Ridge and there ended up being a chili cook-off, which was cool. But yeah, it was a really good trip. And I missed my friends. I feel like I have not talked this much in a long time out loud. I talk a lot in my head, and sometimes to myself. I don't know if that's weird or not. I think we all do it, but yeah, I've been talking a lot. Speaking of recipes, I have one for taco salad with venison and Doritos. I might need that recipe because Lord knows I like some Doritos. Bambi sure does taste good when it's cooled and open. Oh, sorry, I was trying to read. Hey, 1 second. Dog's chewing a wire. Monty, no. I would rather you chew on my hat than an electrical wire if I have to choose, but I shouldn't have to choose. Yeah, are we all wondering if Josiah will share this recipe about Doritos? Monty, are you wondering? I'll PM you the recipe. Do you want it on Facebook or Instagram? Do Instagram because I usually check those more than Facebook. Yeah. Monty wonders why you talk with no one there. Yeah, he does because usually I'm talking to him, which is why sometimes he answers me. I actually did teach him how to speak, which is good. Final shared here for y'all. Stand by. Hey, Josiah coming in with the recipe. I'll have to actually like copy it and save it somewhere too. Actually, if you'll just send it in my Are you talking? Hey, Monty, come here. Sit. Good boy. Okay, stay right there. It's not too much longer. You could also take a nap if you want to. He's not amused. Josiah, you're a hero. Now, what we need to do is check in next Tuesday and see who all tried the recipe or not. And I actually just laid out meat to thaw, so anybody else hear my dog crying? We're not just talking about you, but I was thinking about you because we were talking about hunting. Anyway, hey, Monty, come here. Darn, puppy is crying. Lay down. Down. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. It's past his bedtime and he's like not sure why we're in here. Tenderloin on cast iron with onions and potatoes. That sounds good. Josiah, we're waiting on the recipe. Hootie Hoo, if you're on here, do you have a recipe for venison and Dorito taco salad? Because that's what we're talking about. I have a deer to process. Hey, that's exciting. Anybody on here process their own meat? Is that something I would like to start doing? Hey, currently I only do it with birds. Nope, never heard of that, but it sounds good. Yes, it does sound good. Are you going to be in Texas this week? Or are you going to be at the Gundies? Tanner nuts. Yep, Gundies. Exciting. Okay, well, I'm rooting for you because I saw you made top 4, so good luck. So I'm pretty much waiting on Josiah here for that recipe, and then I'm probably gonna put this dog to bed. Because yeah, he's kind of fussy, and that's exciting though, Adam. Since you've never been out there, I don't think you've ever been out there, but if you have, then you already know. You're gonna love it. He's got to go outside. He went outside right before we came on here, so he's really just whining because he knows my husband is like 2 doors down from this room, and he heard him walking around. So that's all it is. But he is a good boy, and he has had accidents in the house, but he's never pooped in the house, and I count that as like the biggest one ever because I do not want to have to clean up dog poop, especially in the house. So yeah. The anticipation for this recipe is like killing me right now. Because I kind of got distracted and I can't remember what else I was going to tell you all about. We've got a lot more stuff to do though, as far as like ducks and chickens and all of that life goes before all the ducks and chickens get here. I've got 2 feeders I'm going to set up. They're the ones from Wild Game Innovations that like shoot the food out. That way we don't have to worry every single day about feeding them. Right now, that's kind of part of an everyday activity, and I don't really love doing that. Plus, if I put the food in the same place every time, the geese have been coming up and decided that they now live on the property. So that's kind of annoying. And they'll chase the ducks away from the food. So I got these 2 feeders so that it'll shoot it out. I think it shoots it out like 30 feet in every direction and does it like 5 times a day. So I'm excited about getting those set up. I also have game cameras because I can't remember if I got to tell you all this too, because I've been so sporadic these last few weeks. Sorry about that again. But we've had like the worst issues with coyotes around here and bobcat. We've had coyotes, bobcats, raccoons, all just like putting the hurt on our duck flock, I guess. I was about to say duck herd, but that's not right. Been a long day. But yeah, so I've got more game cameras. I have some cell cameras. I have just regular game cameras. But I'm really excited to get that going. And we've got a shop that we're building out now, my dad and I, and I'm very excited for that to get up and running and done. Dale, you're late. You're later than me, but glad you're on here. um, distracted. I'm in Wisconsin. Are your deer under 100, under 200 pounds? I'm in Georgia, and we don't have very big deer. We have little deer. So yeah, coyotes are a big problem here also. It's gotten so bad here. I have neighbors, at my parents, they have neighbors, but they're pretty far out there. Um, I can hear them. Like I was talking to my neighbor behind me. We have neighbors, but we have a good amount of property, and most of our neighbors have chickens out here too. Um, but I was talking to the neighbor behind me because I was letting Monty meet her dog through the fence, and she was telling me that where they take the kids to drop them off for school, has coyotes like just bedding down there. And I was like, that's uncomfortable. We have so many deer out here. Like sometimes you'll see 30 to 60 in a day, but it's technically a neighborhood, so you can't take care of them, even though the couple of our neighbors do. Um, it's just a whole situation, and having all these deer out here isn't helping because obviously the coyotes are chasing the food, but it's here. Flynn's Dorito taco salad recipe. Josiah, you're a hero to all and a friend to many. I'm sorry, I'm spending a second to save this. Copy. And this is why I love Tuesday nights, because we can share recipes about deer tacos and Doritos and chit chat about coyotes and whatever else we want to talk about. And I love it. So glad I'm here. Glad I'm back. Glad y'all are all on here. Screenshotting this for sure. So everybody is going to make this recipe, right? And then next year we're going to talk about it. Next year, next week, next Tuesday. Or at least I'm going to. Like I said, I actually laid out meat yesterday so I could make tacos. Usually I make nachos one night and then I make tacos like the next couple of days for lunch because it's a lot of meat at a time. Aaron, I'm sure that you can adjust to this recipe once you try it, right? And then just kind of decide what you want to do from there. But usually I would think maybe sour cream too. I haven't actually read it yet. And I'm guessing we're substituting the ground beef for ground venison. Or beef, I guess, whatever y'all have. Anyway, I'm excited. All I saw was cheese and lettuce, but the cheese I was excited about, the lettuce is 50-50. What's the shop you're building with your dad going to be? We have a business that he's been running for a long time. So I am joining him on that, and we're building out a shop so that we can actually do a lot more custom work. And then also we'll be able to use it for filming and whatever else we want to be able to do. But it'll be gunsmithing. So very excited about that. I can't send the full thing in live chat. I'm going to try posting it as a comment. Okay, yeah, that works. I was thinking there was maybe something missing, but I didn't read the entire thing on here. So Josiah, we're watching for your comment. But yeah, the shop with my dad is going to be a good one, hopefully. It's really kind of pushing what he's been doing some of this since before I've been born. So it's really just trying to make the rest of his dream come alive. And obviously I enjoy being a part of it with him. So yeah, building out the shop. We have all the walls, we have the floors. The shop that we're using was actually already on the property, but it was never finished. And we also have to figure out what the heck the fella before us was doing with some of the electrical and Um, plumbing, everyone we've had come look at it so far is like, yeah, I have no idea. But I think he was trying to build it up to like 1980 German. It was a fellow from Germany. So when I say this, I'm actually talking about a German. And he was an engineer in Germany, but I have no idea what he was doing. He built this building. He also built the house, and that had its own issues. Um, but nothing has technically ever been up to code here. And it's gonna be an adventure. I'm trying to decide if anyone would actually care if we documented. I also uncovered like the creepiest well inside of this place. Yeah, it's a lot. So far, all we've done is like there's a lot of junk around it and on it and near it and by it, from the fella because he collected everything. So yeah, it's an adventure. But anyway, I'll at least update y'all on that. So far, all we've done is pull all the weeds off the building, and then I chainsawed a few trees, and we got all the junk out from around it. And then now, I think we have a roofer coming this week, and then a couple of other people coming to look at some exterior stuff, and a well guy to come out. So a lot going on. Did I make the final four, or did you make the final four for the Gundies? Have a beautiful and blessed week. I did not. I don't think. Actually, I don't believe I did because I never got an email. But I'm also not going to make it out there this year. But from what I can tell, it's going to be an absolutely great event. I know the team is already out there and they were working hard. And I remember being out there last year helping on the behind the scenes side and just how much work goes into it. So I can't wait to see everyone's pictures and videos from it. But we've just got too much going on here for it to make sense this year. I am I am going to feel the FOMO of this event. I don't really like the acronym, but it is what it is, right? So I get severe FOMO, and I'm gonna see all these pictures and videos and wish I was riding tanks and petting giraffes. But yeah, I just couldn't make it make sense this year. So, which is even more of a bummer because so many of my friends made top four. Like I saw like earlier, Adam said he's gonna be at Gundies, and I'm just so daggum excited, especially for people that have never been out there. They're gonna have the best time. So I will be happy for them, and I will be watching videos of petting giraffes and shooting flamethrowers and playing with machine guns and driving tanks from home. But I also thank you for voting if any of y'all did. I appreciate that. Monty, I thought you were sleeping. You're still awake? Okay, well, I'm gonna cut this off here, and I'm gonna get this dog to bed because he's been whining for like pretty much since we started. But that's okay. I did survive girls' weekend, and that's the most important thing, right? We were staying at a cabin. I'm gonna just ramble some more. We were staying in a cabin that was Harry and the Hendersons themed, but like obviously it was a really nice cabin. And the room that I was staying in ended up having Tanktown USA gear all over it, which I thought was really cool. So I'm probably gonna have to go to Tanktown USA now. So no bears, Charlie. No bear sightings. I may have seen Bigfoot off in the distance, but it's also dark and there may have been alcohol involved. But all of us did survive. So that's what's important. Also, I just love that when this group of girls, like I said, it's 10 of us from that all worked at Hooters starting, I mean, all the 20 teens. I started in 2011, 2012, I guess. No, I started in 2011. So I started in 2011, and all some of these girls were working there before me. Some of them came in after, but we'd all been there for like over 10 years. So we worked there for a long time, and I cannot tell you between between the 10 of us, the amount of stories that we have from this place is like actually insane. I'm trying to talk some of them into maybe doing a podcast with me. um, I've been considering one that is like guns and outdoors and firearms related, but I'm also kind of considering if I'm gonna get the gear and I'm gonna like make the effort to do a podcast, I should do one about our time at Hooters, and then maybe see if I can get some girls. that are either current or like from other areas to come on and every now and then and talk about their stories. But like literally the amount of stories that we have, we could write books. And I'm not even sure people would believe everything that went on there. Like it's actually insane. It's actually insane. Especially like from the different perspectives of all of us too, or like some of us were all on the same shift when some of these crazy things happened. So I'm putting this on here now. If y'all would be interested in listening to some of these insane stories, Charlie, you know some of them because you came up and saw us. Obviously, you were there longer than I was. You're still there. um, yeah, yeah. It would be interesting though, I think. Are any of them guns outdoor savvy like you? I would say not the same way I am. Some of them carry a gun for protection, but it's not like their thing. It's not what they're passionate about. Oh, I actually talked about us getting together and maybe doing a training day or something when we're all spread out now. So some of us are in different states. And some of us spend time in other countries. So everyone's all over the place, but we do make an effort to get together at least once a year, which is really fun. So my sister's good. I got one vote on a podcast. The rest of y'all let me know if that's something you might ever listen to. And I am going to say good night now and rest this voice because I ran out of tea and I need some sort of water or something. Not gonna cough. All right. Good night, everybody. It was great talking to you. Next Tuesday, if I'm not here, yell at me or send me messages and tell me I am ruining my own life. I don't know. But yeah, I will be here next week. I'm saying that now. And if we'll talk more about podcasts because I'm kind of curious what y'all think. I also have mentioned this many times, but I have that whole studio space on the other side of my house. That would kind of be perfect for this. So yeah, let's weigh it out maybe and figure out if there's things you might want to listen to. But cool. Dale, I am so glad to be back and I'm glad you're on here. I've got like three thumbs up for podcasts. All right, we'll talk about it next week. Also, we need to talk about time of this because 10 p.m. is kind of late. And I think we talked before about potentially moving it up 30 minutes or an hour, but I will put that on the make a vote thing. So good night, everybody. I appreciate you being on here and being ever so patient with me as I bailed the last couple of weeks. But I'll be on here next week and I look forward to it. Everybody have a good night. Check you later.